the others, and then I think we also said
Toxic. Welcome to Hustle and Heart, where we confront hard issues like addiction and failure. Here to give you all the jewels you need to treasure your life. I'm your host, William Hustle, here with my brother, Big Pat.
What's up?
And we're continuing this Get It Out series. And on this series, we'll be talking about the comparison game. So let's get it, big bro.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, and just you go through it through life, maybe with siblings. One might be better than the other, and you're constantly competing. But then that also goes into your adult life as well, where you see people and you're constantly putting yourself in a position where you're comparing yourself to somebody, and when your focus really just needs to be on yourself. When we take our focus off and on to outside things, I think we set ourselves up for failure because we're leaving out the most important thing, which is us and our attitude towards us.
And a lot of times we could have us right, but not have a goal. One of the driving factors of winning is competition. It can get real toxic when we compete with others.
Mm-hmm.
We measure our success by how well others people are doing.
And I'll stop the show right here. Like, I was almost dead 4 years ago, so I really have been so grateful to be in this awakened state where I can actually enjoy and love and be happy. But I would be lying if I said I never fell back into bad patterns. And, last month at my job, people made record money. Record money. And I absolutely barely made a check, man. And that ain't no shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not talking like I didn't get any money, but still, like, you make $4,000 or less or less than $5,000, you ain't doing well. That's not good.
Most definitely.
Especially with the hours we put in.
Period.
So, I was deep into some bad stuff, man. So this isn't like Pat's found his way completely out of the swamp sometimes. I fall back in, and I'll be the first one to admit it. I was in a shitty place, and I allowed myself to stay there. And that's stuff that we do. We focus on that one negative thought. And even if something negative happens to us, we're the ones that determine if we're going to then progress and let that one negative event continue to affect us. Something as trivial as not finding keys to a car and losing a customer cost me I didn't sell a car for 8 days. That's crazy.
And
Over keys.
And this is the difference.
That's a mental midget, man. That's
between Pat and I.
Yeah. Shutting down.
I wasn't in a good place either.
Yeah. You weren't either.
But I did not let it stop me from doing my job.
This dude still made money.
So, your goal.
Now here's the great news, guys.
What's the great news?
Great news is this month I let all that shit go, and it's like a life lesson. We're gonna go through these lows, and we're always our own worst enemy. But you see success all around you, and all you see is what you're not doing, instead of focusing on what you can do.
Period.
To make yourself move forward. When you're stuck in these negative thoughts, we are not moving forward. We are standing still, and we're sinking. It's like quicksand. But you can bounce right out of it. Now I'm leading the board already. 10 days into the month.
Talk your talk.
So everything is mental. Everything is what we What we feed becomes our reality.
Period.
And what anyone else does is inconsequential. It's just what we do.
What are you trying to do?
That's it.
And what are you going to do?
And dude, it's like I'm born again. Within 2 weeks, I'm born again. And it's like everything's in place because my mind's right.
And you can see it.
And it's just about me. It's like, what can you do? I'm going to do what I need to do.
But it's like we always told, don't settle.
No.
Don't settle. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Enough will never be enough if we're chasing other people's dreams and standards.
Right.
And it goes back to what you just said, that it's when you see success around you,
Yeah.
you already know that you are successful, but how successful are you going to be by what you're going to put into it? Because 4,000 or 5,000, bro, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people put in a lot of hard labor work and they still don't make that. And they just turned down $15 an hour for minimum wage.
Yeah. No, exactly. What I was, and again, we have a quote of the day coming up soon, but and it'll touch on that. But what I was saying,
You the one started it. We're supposed to been did the quote of the day, and you went into it.
I mean, we don't need to point fingers. I think the video will show who's guilty there. I'm just going to let that speak for me. All right. The quote of the day. William Shakespeare once said, "I cried when I had no shoes, but I stopped crying when I saw a man without legs." Life is full of blessings. Sometimes we don't value it. Today, remember that while you complain about your electric bill, there's someone with no home. While you complain about your job, there's someone praying for $1. While you complain about the food in your pantry, there is someone praying for crumbs. While you complain about life, there is someone who didn't wake up today. Your complaints are simply blessings to others. Be grateful, and at the end of the day, what really matters is that your loved ones are well, you've done your best, and that you're thankful for all you have. Love yourself, live in the moment, and enjoy this beautiful day.
Period.
Bam.
Man, I try and look at things differently than, you know, how I once did. But the one thing that don't change, like, I've never compared myself to anyone.
I personally, my younger brother, highly successful, three-time national champion, NCAA national champion, made the Olympic team, was a UFC fighter, fought for seven years in the UFC.
Wow.
And, there was no way you could not be in his shadow and have a comparison. It just felt like especially when I was really not living my life the right way.
Right, because you quit football.
Yeah, well, I got kicked out of schools for football, yeah.
Because you weren't doing what you were supposed to do.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because you was on that same path.
Mm-hmm. But that stuff has to happen. Yeah, I mean, just like the month I had one of the worst months I've ever had in my career last month, and
you
now
did good in 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, your first 2 weeks working.
Yeah.
Then you did the whole entire last month.
Well, we're only on day 10 right now, so yeah, I got till the 15th.
You killing it.
That's because it's. I will not allow myself to go back to what I was doing last month, and it was self-inflicted.
And I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna kill it.
You gotta kill it.
I will. But the whole thing is not. We get one negative thought, we compare ourselves and see the success of others, and then it drives us down. We allow it to drive us down even further instead of saying, "Hey, look, these guys are doing it." I mean, we can all do this.
What I'm not doing to get some of this.
But again, that thought becomes a belief and it becomes a way of life. You start it roots in, just as positive thoughts and, a positive attitude and outlook and all that can manifest into a great life. The negative will as well, if you allow it to.
Auto mall sold 31 cars today.
Yeah.
Between R3 dealerships, man. That's great for us.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, who's the one person in your life you've been trying to catch up to?
So
And,
I always looked up to my grandfather, and he very close relationship with him, and I always thought like that's the success, that's the top of the mountain. If I can be like, he was a well respected man. He coached at Loveland for 30 plus years. Was an administrator, superintendent of schools, but more importantly, just everyone in the community loved him, and he cared about helping kids and just being, wherever he went, he carried himself a certain way. And I'm like, man, if I can do that, if I can be that loving, supportive, understanding person, that when people see me, hey, I know that guy he's going to give me some help, or he'll be able to give me some insight, maybe to help me in this way or that way. It's not just when you have people's trust, but when you have the respect of others, there's something huge about that. When people look to you as somebody that comes from a place of help, and not a distraction or something that might bring some type of toxicity to your life.
and that you just heard the conversation earlier before the show started with me and my mom. I've always looked up, and it's my mom. She lost, my grandma passed when she was 19. My grandpa passed when she was 21, and she had to raise her 3 siblings plus me. You know what I'm saying? She was young.
Right.
But from that time, she always held the family down, and period, point blank. That's why.
Yeah.
What I do.
Who wants to just cold call people? Yeah.
Get it out.
Yeah. Just open up the yellow pages. You're on Get It Out.
Well, that's what they do. Hey, bro, you on Get It Out.
I'm on what? Hold on. Hello?
You ain't getting chased by the cops, are you?
Nah, that's the ambulance, bro. Somebody about to hit them. Driving.
Because you're on Get It Out.
Oh, what's up, man? What's up? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm doing wonderful.
Hey, you don't have to say your last name, sir, because I know my co-hosts still haven't realized who you are. But why don't you let the people know who you are, sir?
Oh man, well, thanks for even letting me being on here. I appreciate that for sure.
It's an honor.
Yeah. My name's Keno Holland. Who I am.
He ain't know who you was at first, bro.
Man, I don't see
who we got on here?
The Big Pat.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Big Pat, man?
Nothing much. We
How y'all?
Go ahead.
Nah, I'm driving. I'm up here. Y'all call me right when I got the directions on here.
Hey, we just want to ask you one quick question.
Nah, he got to tell the people a little bit about himself.
Well, he just said he's driving.
So I'm born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm 27, turning 28 in May. I'm a guy just like anybody else, that got obstacles in life. I did my real estate thing. I've been a debt collector. Currently, right now, I'm a car salesman, auto salesman, concierge, we do a little bit of everything, and I also do real estate too. So I'm a realtor.
Talk your talk.
50 clients.
Young brother.
Definitely, definitely a big fan of Keno, man. This dude, he teaches me stuff. Like as far as he keeps his cool in situations that it melts my mind, and he doesn't let it affect him. It's something there's something you can learn from that stuff. I'm definitely,
especially him being so young.
Hell yeah,
because I was a hot head.
I'm 45.
Hot head in 20.
And I was locked up. Still a hot head. Hey, we both gonna ask you a question, so I'm gonna let Big Pat take the floor first.
So sometimes we measure success by how well other people are doing. Um, have you ever been trapped in a comparison game as far as in your professional career or just anything else? Like, man, if I'm not doing this, I'm not successful.
No, I've never been the one to really compete with anybody else. Because it's like we got our own race. I truly believe everybody is, special in their own way. We all got our own gifts, skills, whatever it may be.
Right.
But I always try to compete with myself, man, because I know, if I keep pushing myself, I would push myself to be a better person.
Right.
Like I can't be somebody else as well as they can be themselves.
Ooh, talk that talk.
So it was just, I always, and to this day, even, people try to make you compete against other people. Like,
Right.
like and it is a form of competition for people. It's not for me.
Right.
I prefer comparing myself to me. And I'm a God fearing man. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man. So how do you stay positive in the world of comparison?
Whew.
Right.
Dude,
Right. Get your truth, man.
It's to stay level headed in the world of comparison. I've been trying to, when I read, I spend time with the people who, make me smile genuinely. I do things out of myself. Like I don't even I don't let people try to come into what God got for me already.
Oh, talk that talk.
Like, it's more so like it's cool to see along the way because it's like I sit back and I look at it. I don't play chess. I've never played chess, but I feel like I play chess in my mind. Like,
Oh, you need to learn how to play chess.
Yeah, I do, man. My uncle be calling me every day trying to get me to play with him.
I love chess.
Hey, Keno.
What's up, bro? What's up?
I might fall out with the wife because I might not be going out of town because Big Pat leading the board.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can live with that. I'm on my comparison game right now. I ain't on that.
I want to say, what's that?
He's doing his thing.
He's doing this thing.
Hey,
you are, bro. You so motivated, bro. Like you just motivated.
I'm telling you,
your song, bro.
Ooh.
And it's just like what you said, man. It's what can I do for me, not anything else. And last month, man, I think it's good sometimes. Again, I don't. People like yourself, I don't think go through that near as much, but. Me being the mentally unstable person I am, sometimes I fall into these emotional and mental things. And nobody hurts us more than we hurt ourselves, I think, sometimes, but seeing people like yourself, there's wisdom all around us. There's things that can teach us all around us.
Yes, sir.
And luckily I'm surrounded with just some very talented and just naturally good-natured people like Keno.
Seriously.
And the one thing, little off topic, but since Keno's on the phone, I've told several people this. Like one of the most successful people I've been around. Keno, whatever Keno wants to do in life, he'll do. And
you done told me that a couple times.
But what the thing was is that
so young,
how the universe works, or God, but the difference of 45 minutes changed Keno's life. His parents moved him out of a neighborhood where,
period.
So 45
was able to move him out of the
and
hood.
This is and Keno's one of the. Go ahead.
Mount Arbor,
yeah,
man.
Was able to move him out of the hood.
I believe it was Glencoe. I moved out when we was young, man. I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
So all I know is truly stories of me living in there.
It still don't matter. They could have kept you there, and they got y'all out of there.
And the most part, for the most part, people either have lost their lives or gone to jail of the people that you were around in that circle, correct?
Right. Yeah, most of the people that I'm around, man, is dead or in jail right now. Dead or in jail doing life. Hold on, I'm about to park, black guys. Hey, I'm out. I'm on the phone. I'm on the podcast right now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Keno Hollins.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm tripping.
Realtor.
I'm
Sales,
tripping.
the
But
best sales team in the city. Jeff Waller.
oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, the best team in the nation, man. The city is
Period.
just taking over the city. Is taking over the city,
We
man.
compare ourselves to no one. It's us against us.
That's it.
But
That's it.
With Pat
But
leading the board.
and Keno, your
Pat,
yeah, your attitude though is definitely it's
strong.
it's there for a reason though too, and people like myself, if you think you stop learning at a certain point, then I mean your life's already over. But to be able to learn something from a man so young is a powerful thing
Because we know what we were at 27.
Absolutely, and it wasn't where he's at all.
Not where could nobody even rate what?
Right.
I still have a problem with it at 45. I let Keno. I look up to him because it's cool.
what
ain't
you do,
nothing.
so but like like y'all say that about me, right? Like, and like you said, like, man, you can get motivation anywhere that you look. You know, like even in the worst things, like people still find motivation.
Right.
Like, and I'm saying y'all stories, man. Y'all stories, man. Like just seeing growing from that. You feel me? Like
Right.
growing. I also like I look at that. I guess that goes kind of back to the comparison. Not comparison.
Yeah, it's
but
all part of the
looking-
comparison game.
And like to even be doing what y'all doing, man. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I was like used people being dead in jail. Like that shit was traumatized. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
my cousin just got his life taken away from him, and it's like, damn.
Right.
Like, you feel me? So yeah, that moving out of that, man, like moving out of that, my people's moving me we moved to Woodline, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Lincoln Heights right there, and then we moved to Springdale. So it was just like, it was like a cycle though. Like
Right.
it was like a cycle. You feel me?
And you breaking what our show was a few shows
Yeah.
ago, generational
breaking
curses.
cycles. Yeah.
Because you are gonna to be so young and to be so mentally strong in so many areas, you're gonna change a lot of people's lives and a lot of people's lives within your family, man. With the work and the hustle and the focus you got put on. But bro, unless Big Pat got something to say, man, we appreciate you being on the show.
Definitely.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah,
Mr. Keno Hollins, realtor, salesman.
Oh, yes, I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Keno Hollins.
Market is hot right now.
Right now. Hot right now. Keno Hollins. Thanks, sir.
Have a good night, buddy.
I appreciate
All right,
y'all,
bro.
man. Y'all
Thank
do
you.
the thing.
You
Yes,
as
sir.
well. One. Hey.
That's a good one.
And he wound up probably being better than what Tony would have been.
Keno do whatever the heck he wants to do.
Yes, sir.
Love that kid.
To be 27.
And I learned something.
To be 27, man. 27. Whew.
But you see that he hears all the same stuff we hear,
Yeah.
and he doesn't process it. He lets it just roll right off of him and just keeps doing
And
Keno.
he tell me that
because
all
he's
the
like,
time.
why am I going to worry about what anybody else is doing except Keno? I'm only in control of Keno. It's as simple, and that's how we're only in control of us.
That's it.
That's it. He's looking at everybody else like, go ahead. It's like a 3-ring circus around him, but he just walks right through that.
Oh, man. Life is hard enough. We're trying to figure out our identities. Like you and I have been through tons of identities within our life. And it sure feels good to know that I don't wake up trying to hurt nobody no more.
No.
I don't wake up trying to hurt myself, man. And we do what we want to do. Like what not to see the joy in life.
That's it. It's the only thing that I know for sure is that when you identify with a negative feeling, it not only consumes your life, it just becomes your life. Your whole reality
takes it over.
Then that negativity for me was literal just drugs, alcohol, and the lack of love. Now moving forward, being where I was, any time, and I try almost all the time, but it's the more I can identify with love, everything in my life falls into place.
It's the opposite of what you was like, seriously.
Absolutely. I did not want to live. And now you have an appreciation for life that it's like I can't even, I know that was me, but it's like that's not me. It's almost a different life.
You want to be 1,000 times better than that, and it was all unloving, and now you just want to love.
That's it.
It's like I want to help because I've hurt so many people. It is what it is.
Or we've hurt ourselves.
That's how it works.
Or the pain we've caused ourselves. We've set ourselves back. I know there's been times where you've had to look there and like, what the hell did I put myself in?
But you know what? I knew what I was doing, like you.
Yeah.
And it hurt. But we made the decisions to do them. That's why I say I hurt so many people, because I made the decision to hurt myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless for what reasons, I know I made them decisions to do it, and it's the ones that I hurt. And that's why we still alive, to show others how to not hurt others.
Or yourself.
From hurting yourself.
Because ultimately it all comes back on us.
Yeah.
I can look back 2 weeks ago, and I was in a totally different mental state than I am today. And I'm thankful.
Maybe a week ago. Don't be acting like it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe a week ago.
And I'm thankful that I went through that uncomfortable situation, because now I'm very strong in my reserve to be in this, because I am in joy right now. I am happy right now, and I'm my best self right now. And it shows in my career, shows with anybody around me, because nobody can, when I'm in this, nobody can get to my joy.
The crazy part is we done been in a lot of locations.
Absolutely.
And some people get money, some people. This location, because we are here to put customers in good positions. Everyone, bro. Unless you just slip mentally.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
You take your focus off what's important, which is, hey, I'm going to do my best today. I have another shot at this, a fresh start at life. We take our eyes off of the moment, and we start to either think of what we didn't do yesterday,
yes, sir,
or what might happen tomorrow. Neither of which
our
exists.
Job,
it's just now.
One day,
boom,
can change your whole month. One day.
Well, one day.
You catch your groove.
And then it turns into another day, and then it turns into another day, and then before you
catch
know
that groove.
That groove is a way of life.
One day.
That's it. That groove becomes a way of life.
And it feel good.
And we don't, the only thing we're comparing ourselves to is just trying to be our best self, be centered in our joy, be centered in our love.
And part of your love and joy that you're in the journey to is in Florida.
Yeah.
And love ain't gonna just get you there. It takes that moolah.
Unfortunately, they don't want to just. I can't just go down to Florida with an optimistic outlook. Hey, I'm here.
Love you.
I love you guys. Can I have a house?
So got to do what we got to do.
So, I do think that everyone should be given the choice to define success for themselves, because money isn't always success. I feel that when you have peace of mind, when you're able to sit down and accept where you're at in life, you're in that moment, and you're not only in that moment, but you're, hey, I like who I am. You like yourself. Not like you love yourself. Therefore, everything else in your life starts to. It's inconsequential. That feeling drives you to be your best self, and you'll continue to be successful.
Yeah,
when you were, even though you were successful last month, you were not yourself.
Right.
You could have been more successful. You could have almost probably.
So I was mad at myself for that.
So we both went through something that sold ourselves short. Because we were not in our joy. We were not in a good mental place.
Not at all.
No. We weren't ourselves.
And
when we're not ourselves, who the hell are we? I mean,
because we're a version of ourselves. Seriously.
But not it's like the anti-self. It was it's the opposite.
How we see our days, and sometimes if you don't fight hard for that, you're not gonna see your day sunny every day. Sometimes it's a little cloudy.
Right.
But then sometimes you fighting to not let it pour down rain and thunder because you don't want to let it out.
Yeah, you gotta let any negative comparisons, any toxicity between people that are in your lives, or that you somehow feel that if you're not like someone else, then you're not anybody. Those thoughts have to go by the wayside, because what you're doing is forgetting about who you are, and you're forgetting.
And your goal,
what
is your goal every day?
Goal every day is to love myself enough to do my best and be my best self. And if I'm my best self, I know that success will come. That's it.
But you still have to have a goal.
That's like it. Every day.
If I'm this guy, that's your truth.
If I'm this guy,
you can't be that guy and just sitting at home.
No,
what is your goal?
Of course,
your goal is Florida.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I said, Big Pat said that Tony wasn't going to answer, and I said, yes, he is, and you didn't answer, so we had to call and get Keno on the show. But what's up, cousin?
What up, though, cuz? You already know I called to see if everything is okay. I was like, okay, something wrong. He called me late, so you already know. I had to see what's the deal.
Yeah, I already told him you wouldn't answer. I said he's just going.
Oh my God!
He going to. I said you going to put him right on voicemail.
And that's what you did.
I didn't put it right on voicemail.
We was trying to get you on the podcast.
We got it on video, Tony. You can't lie.
Real life.
23 years, Tony.
Real
23 years, man.
I think 23 years, man. Well, I can't lie about that one.
Hey, but have you ever found yourself lost in the comparison game?
In the comparison game, yeah. You gotta realize this. Especially when you're younger too. A lot of people feel like you want to be compared to this person, to that person.
Like you like Pat, your big brother. You got a big brother that was really known out here.
Yeah.
Oh my brother Matt.
And Tony's brother.
Oh,
that's why I tried to call him for this.
Yeah, no, that's
and it's crazy because you think about it like this. Like when I was growing up with my brother, you know what I mean? People always looked at me like, okay, you his little brother. And then especially when they call me Little Tank.
Right.
So I'm like, dang, you don't have to compare me to my brother. So that's what kind of pushed me away from doing those things that he does, because I never wanted to be compared. Okay, I wanted to be quote unquote kind of better,
Yeah.
So when I was out there and what we was doing, I didn't want to be working with him. I wanted to branch off and be my own.
Absolutely.
So I never wanted to be compared.
I had people. My brother Matt got to such a level of success that I was at the airport one time, and this guy running, and he's like, "Hey, Pat," and I'm like, "Who the hell is this guy coming at me?" He runs all the way across CVG Airport just to tell me that he knew my brother Matt, and he'd wrestled him at some point. Like I'm just some secondhand retard. Like
you his little brother.
And I'm like, that was the kind of comparison. Like, man, like you really. Of course, I was nice to the guy, but that kind of stuff happens, and it's like you really want to try to be as far away from that as possible. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Because it kind of messes with your psyche sometimes.
Right.
Like you're like, dude, like, I'm me, he's him. You don't have to compare us. You know what I mean? And then once you're being compared, you're never gonna be that guy, because he's that guy.
Yes,
sir. And now, guess what? You're always gonna be in his shadow. that's why I said, man, look, let me be Tony, and he be my big brother. You
Right.
know what I mean? So when people see me, they know I do this. When people see him, they know he do this.
Right.
It's no more comparison. That's his little brother. That's his little brother right there. Just like how me and Cuz was talking to somebody today. You know what I'm saying? That's his little brother. Yeah. Then he stopped. He was like, no, no, no. I remember him. He used to have all the old schools over there, over behind the fireplace. I mean the firehouse over in Walnut Hill. It was no more. Yeah, that's his little brother. No, they knew me because I branched off and became my own self.
Yes, sir.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now he know me, not as the little brother or little tank or anything like that. You feel me? So that's what I like, and that's why I had to branch off. There's no more comparison. I'm just me, and he's just him. You feel me?
And if we can't be ourselves, oftentimes we find ourselves in if we're always in a shadow or being compared or comparing ourselves to somebody else, then I think that we hardly ever have the chance to really become our full potential or be who we're supposed to be because it's always somebody else.
Most definitely. You look at it like, okay, of course you want to rub elbows with millionaires, and for they because of course the reason why they millionaires because they was rubbing their elbows with millionaires. So the knowledge that they can get you to that level, is very, very, very important, and it's very, and that information that they can give you, that's what it is. Information is very important. So what happens is that when you rub elbows with those type of people and you compare yourself to them, you don't need to compare yourself to them. You want to go ahead and just get the education, get the information from them, so you can go ahead once again be yourself out here in this world.
Right.
Okay. Yes. He was kind of quote unquote my mentor, who taught me how to get to this level. Now I got to this level. Now it's up to me to go ahead and go to level 2, level 3, or whatever level you feel like you're on. You know what I'm saying? And in a process of actually doing that, and growing in that level, of course, what I mean, if you have younger siblings or if you have children, you gotta teach them, and then not only teach them, but teach them how to get better than you are.
The
You know what I'm
game
saying?
is meant to be sold, not told.
Yeah, real talk, man. That's real talk, man. Real talk, yeah.
Seriously, I spend a lot of money trying to learn the things that I'm chasing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Hey,
yeah.
but we appreciate it, cuz
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on, Tony. I appreciate it.
Oh, for sure, anytime.
Cause I
I'll
told
start
Pat you was gonna answer.
I'm gonna start answering the phone when I see them late calls.
You
Yeah.
already know, brother.
Yeah, you can. We definitely love to have you on again.
All right, thanks,
y'all,
cousin.
man.
Have a good night, bud.
One.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna end it because
What?
you ain't gonna keep rushing me.
You don't even know. I think you're having a stroke. I don't even think you know what you're saying right now. What do you mean rushing you? It doesn't make sense.
We need to get to the outro. We need to get to the outro. I need to work out. Then go home and eat 30 wings.
I'm allowed to go to the gym. I'm sure as hell allowed to eat wings.
You know what I'm saying?
Know what your
Well,
country
before I
really is.
get to the outro, you want to say anything to the people?
Yeah, the whole thing of what Will and I, or this program is trying to do is what we hold on to, what we center ourselves in, is our world. That becomes our world. And center yourself in the positive things. Center yourself in love. Center yourself in understanding. And most of all, center yourself in forgiveness. Because had I not forgiven myself for being in a bad place for 2 weeks of my life, 2 consecutive weeks, just a debilitating state, I would not be right here. So these are all life lessons. These are all
Put yourself
learning.
in the worst money of your career.
But now, because I know that's absolutely the opposite of what I want and what I need to do to accomplish my dreams and goals, which is, yes, live by a beach, get out to the ocean every day.
And you got something to compare it to now.
That's not going to get me there. That would get me there in like 5 years.
Yes, sir.
That's what would happen.
But you got something to compare it to now.
And it's like now a fire's lit under me. Like,
but believe it.
You know? So the great news is that all this can change overnight.
Talk that talk.
All this can become totally, it can be like, wow, we can laugh about it. Like, that was that.
And I actually see him a little more at work.
No, I'm always at work.
You've been listening to Hustle and Heart, where we confront hard issues like addictions and failure. Here to give you all the jewels you need to treasure your life. I'm your host, William Hustle. And if you like what you've heard, feel free to subscribe and share. Big Pat, you want to say something to the people?
Yes, I do. Sorry. I thought I was trying to think of something to say, and my brain completely locked up. But I do know this, that start each day with a great memory. Start each day with the fact that you get to decide how that day goes. Doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter if there's a hurricane outside. How you react and your attitude will ultimately decide what that day becomes. And we have the power to make every day a great day. So my hope for you is that you can start tomorrow and the rest of these days moving forward in a positive, loving, and again, forgiving way for any slip-ups you may have. And I look forward to seeing you when you get back from vacation. We'll get another one in.
Yes, sir. So head over to WilliamLyles.today. Stay connected. Remember that when you know who you are, you can be free anywhere. And stay tuned, because I'm gonna be sending some things out all week while I'm on the vacay. I'm gonna be letting you see how I feel being free.
Much love.